coincidental here is the fact that mortgage rates are coming down right now in the latest period. We saw the rates move down to levels we've not really seen since February of 2023, with a 30-year fixed rate averaging 6.29% versus around 6.4% the prior week. But again, this trend continues. Now, whether people are taking advantage of it in refinancings, yes. In actual mortgage applications, no. Let's go to Mike Aubrey. He's the EVP and principal of the Mike Aubrey Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, an expert in all things having to do with this. So we're lucky to have him. Mike, what do you make of that? That the trend is certainly the trend for maybe home buyers, the cost of getting a mortgage, or for home owners, the refinancing the one they're already in, but not much movement in the housing arena itself. What's going on?
Neil, I think that we still remain in an low inventory condition, and I think that that's keeping prices up. So even if we've got rates coming down, I mean, I'm going to tell you, we've not really normalized yet. We're sort of waiting for that to happen. I mean, I'll sort of give you a weird consequence. Think through this one. Say that rates went down all the way to a low 5 handle. Do you not think that we would not see sort of a gangbusters marketplace again, where we're starting to see rates are down, but pricing is back on a 45-degree angle? I just think it's more nuanced now than it has been in a while.
So what makes the bigger difference? If prices continue to go up, that means it's going to be far more difficult for buyers to come in.
I think you are exactly right, and I think that that sort of is the conundrum of what's going on in real estate right now. Now, we're starting to see some pockets. Florida, the Dallas area in Texas is the needle starting to move a little bit more toward buyers, but I can tell you where I'm at here in D.C., New York, not so much. I think that what we really need is not only low rates, but I think that we need more inventory, and you're not really going to get that unless the builders are really putting more product out there, and that is not something that's going to happen quickly. Rather, it's something that's going to take years to do. And then the alternative is, how about home sellers right now? How do we get more home sellers into the marketplace? I mean, I read something yesterday that said that the boomers, 85% of boomers are planning on keeping their houses right now and no more going to Scottsdale or West Palm, but rather they're going to retire in place. That makes it a little bit tough. So, I mean, I think that this next 2 to 3 years is going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Mike, but I've already told my kids, your mother and I are keeping everything. Nothing. You get nothing at all. So that was a bit of a shake-up there. But in all seriousness, let me ask you a little bit about that environment, because I've heard this story again and again about homeowners, many of whom have very low-rate mortgages. Obviously they have to move somewhere to come out of their condos and homes, and they're going to face those higher rates. They just don't want to. So unless that math changes, nothing changes, right?
I would agree. Listen, the last thing that I did, knowing I was going to come on and see you today, the last thing I did was I talked to my mortgage lender on the way to the studio today. And I said, talk to me about what your refi business looks like right now. And what he said to me is that he's way up. So, meaning that's not those people who sort of cashed in on 2.5%, 3% rates that we saw at the beginning of COVID, but rather the people who have been buying, say, in the last 18 months are doing quick turnarounds on refis. So I think that we are seeing something there. And listen, I think that we are also starting to see that people are back in the job market again. The Generation X and below likes to go where the money is, and they tend to be job hoppers. And to that end, I think that while everybody got a little scared during COVID, now we're starting to see movement from that. I'm sort of looking under every possible rock that I can look under, trying to find great inventory for us, because I think that's going to be the thing that really heals us.
That's very well said and well put. Mike, always learn a lot. Thank you very much. Good seeing you again.
You too.